3, 2, 1. Aiden Moffat's at Knockhill, and it's always good to have the Moff in town, and we're going to have a little catch up on 2019 and a look ahead towards 2020. 2019 started off pretty difficult, but there's a change of car halfway through the year, and from there on things definitely took an upward turn, Aiden.
Yeah, it was a disappointing year to say the least. Started the year in the Mercedes A-Class for its fourth or fifth season, one of the two. The car was getting old and we were struggling with the car. All three of the Mercedes A-Class were struggling a lot, and that's why we made the decision to change to Infinity. To be honest, from my point of view, I wasn't enjoying it. So I thought, let's take the gamble, let's bring this new car out, new old car. And we knew that wasn't going to be the complete package. The chassis was too soft. The car wasn't stiff enough. It was a bit too heavy. It didn't have the right cooling package, aero package. We had no testing with it. I'd never raced rear wheel drive. So yeah, everyone was kind of a bit sceptical of it. But we had a plan. And we thought if we get anywhere near the points by the end of the year, we'd be more than happy. We expected to be getting lapped at first, but we got a podium. On our only podium of the year. So to achieve that, and we know how many faults there is with that car, we can now come out in the new year with my new teammate and friend Ash Sutton, who's a wealth of experience. Won the championship in rear wheel drive touring cars, and when he had that test day, it was a massive help to me as a driver to watch his technique, watch how he drives, and his feedback and how we could bounce some ideas off each other. So I think it's going to benefit Laser Tools Racing massively going into this season. And the nice thing is I can now hit the ground running trying to develop these new cars with Ash. I don't need to waste time learning the rear wheel drive discipline as I've done that in the latter part of the season past.
You've never had a teammate before in the British Touring Car Championship, so this is a new venture for Laser Tools Racing. You couldn't have picked a better teammate, could you? You've picked a guy who is a former champion in a rear-wheel drive car, and he's your friend as well. Now, you always want to beat your teammate first and foremost, but having Ash in the team, you know, how good a feeling is that for you? Right now, we're sitting in December. Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, Ash, in my view, is one of the best drivers on the grid. And you see what Ash can do with a car. He's special. There's no taking that away from him. So yeah, you want to pair yourself with the best drivers. It's, for me, as you said, I haven't had a proper teammate. I haven't had someone to work with before, or even watch how they go about their business. Obviously, I'm sure Ash, when he worked with Plato and whatnot as well, they would have learnt a lot there. Seeing how people that have been in the game so long go about their business, so to speak, and that's another thing I can learn, which I did from that one test day with Ash. So yeah, going forward, I know I'll have my work cut out trying to keep up with him, but they'll bring me on as a driver, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to make my life easy. Kind of being with someone who's not quite there and maybe looking good but being mid-grid. I'd rather work with one of the best drivers. As a team, we'll push to get to the front of the grid and get as much trophies as we can for Laser Tools Racing.
So what does the Moff do in the off-season? I mean, you know, we've got you up here today. I know you're away for a sponsors engagement later on today, but apart from sponsor stuff, what do? Are you a gym bunny? Is it full-on work with your dad? Yeah, you're a bit of a gym bunny.
No.
Obviously, where you guys are based at Raceworks over in Livingston, you know, things are taking off there as well.
Yeah, I think the off-season's a busy part. It's nice when the season starts to get a break again. But yeah, we've been flat out. I've got my Class 1, so I was kind of all down over the country a few weeks ago, dropping shells off to get their new Infinities built. I was down south, down London for another sponsor, down near the Silverstone area. So I think for the past 5 weeks I've been down near enough London for at least 2-3 times a week. Between all that, I'm working with, as you said, at Livingston. We have a Raceworks Performance Centre, and we also have our paint and refurbishment centre as well. Sometimes on trucks for it, sometimes working hands-on. It never stops. We've then got some other things we have to do where I'm working some weekends, so it doesn't slow down once the season finishes. It always seems to pick up, but this year it's looking promising. It's easy to be busy because you can see why we're busy, and it's exciting times with these new cars coming. going to full teammates as opposed to a kind of satellite type thing where it's you've each got your own sponsors. We've got a lot of partners coming together to join the project. Existing partners have staying on and getting excited about it. We've got new partners coming into it, so it's a very exciting time for us. So it's enjoyable.
And I'm pretty sure the most important thing people want to know about the Moff is, what do you want for Christmas? What's the top of your list?
Another bottle of fake tan, I think. I'm joking.
I can smell it, actually.
It's got a glitter. I don't wear fake tan. Sunbeds. If there's any sunbed shops that want to sponsor, on that note, but can you say that?
You can say whatever you like, it's fine.
I'm glad, because we've said it now, haven't we?
You can't take it back now it's said.
What's the question?
What does the Moff want for Christmas? Top of your list. From Santa.
Some touring car trophies next year. But does he work like that?
I don't think Santa works like that. You know, he can maybe bring you ski electrics. You can maybe win that way. But you know, what do you want? Well, what are you buying your mum and dad? There you go.
That won't be a secret if I say that, will it?
True. Forget that question.
Just you.
Oh God, you're always
just dunks.
He's always so nice to me when it comes to Knockhill. Listen, I wish you the best of luck next year. It's always great catching up with you through this year. I'm pretty sure yourself and Ash are going to be flying in the Laser Tools Racing Infinities. Have a good Christmas, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year, mate.
Cheers, you too.
Thank you. Wave at the camera.